Christ and the Crucifixion. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross, and follow me. Matt 16:24. And he that taketh not his cross, and followeth after me, is not worthy of me. Matt 10:38. Chapter 1. Introduction. Divinely implanted within every soul is an inexpressible longing for spiritual adoration. Satisfaction for this longing is often sought for in the acquisition of wealth, power, passion, or fame, but the luster of these soon perishes, leaving the soul unsatisfied. Contentment and peace of mind can only be found in Jesus Christ. His grand manifestation of divine love came through his sacrifice for us, and we remain restless until we return our love. Within him consummate all the desires of the heart and the fulfillment of the soul. Haggai the prophet best described him as the desire of all nations. Saving and helping man has been his work and his desire. He was and is the ultimate friend. Through every conceivable opposition by men and devils, he labored and sacrificed his all to save others. By his merciful touch he restored sight to the blind, healed the sick and lame, and unstopped the ears of the deaf. However, he was not only the great physician, but also the great high priest at the mercy seat, the advocate and the mediator with the Father to plead for us, and the Savior to the sinner. His honors he rightfully won as a Prince of Valor on the cross of Calvary, and for this, he shall reign as King of Kings. The cross reflects the central theme of the doctrine of Christ. All of the principles, ordinances and commandments of the gospel rest upon the atonement that Christ offered upon that cross. The cross, like the crossing intersection of highways, represents the crossway in men's lives, when their pathway meets and joins with the pathway of God. Through the span of life man must learn to meet the intersection of the temporal with the immaterial, the realities of physical to the realm of the spiritual. The cross of Christ is the turning point for men, that point at which they change the direction of their lives and turn upon the pathway of God. The cross of crucifixion has not only become the symbol of Christianity, but those crossbeams have become the architectural structure of its principal theme, the atonement for all mankind. The weight of that ignoble wood, which 3 times caused the Son of God to fall, was not just a burden of timber, but the burden of men's sins. Though the cross had always represented the most horrible form of torture, Christ made it represent man's only pathway back to God. It was the most ignominious kind of death, but now it portrays everlasting life. From those crossbeams the air was filled with cries and screams of the dying. Now it is filled with the song of the saints. It was once the most dreaded of all things, but now it represents salvation. If Christ's life has transformed that horrible cross of crucifixion into a symbol of glory, what must he be able to do in changing the lives of men? THEFALL. Nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over them that had not sinned after the similitude of Adam's transgression, who is the figure of him that was to come. For I say, that through the offense, death reigned over all. But the offense is not as the free gift, for the gift aboundeth. For, if through the offense of one many be dead, much more the grace of God, and the gift by grace, hath abounded by one man, Jesus Christ, unto many. And not as, by one that sinned, is the gift, for the judgment is by one to condemnation, but the free gift is of many offenses unto justification. For if by one man's offense death reigned by one, much more they which receive abundance of grace, and of the gift of righteousness, shall reign in life by one, Jesus Christ. Therefore, as by the offense of one judgment came upon all men to condemnation, even so by the righteousness of one, the free gift came upon all men unto justification of life. For as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners, so by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous. Romans 5:14-19.